Okay, so I got this 94 F700 that I'm currently in the process of fixing up. And one of the issues that I'm finding with the truck is that on high RPM, so under a load, so about fourth gear, she just stalls out and dies. So it's a 94P pump, Cummins. So I have a sneaking suspicion that the pickup screen and the fuel filter are not great. I also noticed there is a lot of diesel fuel up in here, so it seems like I might have some sort of air leak as well. So right now I'm going to pull the pickup screen and change the fuel filter and see if that does anything. I just changed the oil, and we're going to go from there. So the filter itself doesn't look too bad. Looking inside there, doesn't seem like it's got anything that's kind of gone through it. So obviously I could probably cut this open and see how dirty it is, but the pickup screen, yeah, not only is this pickup screen absolutely filthy, it was only hand tight. So I'm gonna give this a bath. So the pickup screen just has this little nut right here, and when you remove that nut, you can pull this screen right out, and then you're just left with this fuel bowl. So it's basically just a pre-filter for your filter, but I can imagine that trying to get fuel under a hot load, this is an issue. Okay, that is much better. So I'm going to throw that in the truck. So again, this just goes right up in here. I would love to probably get the clean the tank up, but and again, it was only hand tight, which I mean isn't probably the greatest, just because it's the first part, the first section the fuel hits. All right, now I have the new fuel filter here. I'm gonna spin that on. Now the fuel filter can obviously be hand tight. Okay, so now we have to prime it. So I spilled a bunch of diesel on the starter when I drained it. I did not mean to do that, but so the injection pump on this truck, or the fuel pump on this truck, is right here. So there's a little bulb right here. If you press that down, it actually starts to draw fuel. So if you press this, it'll prime it up, and I can actually hear the fuel coming into my bowl. So if I remove this drain, yep, I got fuel in the filter. So that primed it right up. So that's a good sign. Primed really fast. So fuel filter's tight, pickup screen is tight. So I'm just gonna top the oil off because I let it sit last night, and then start her up. So it has been a little hard to start when it's cold. It's about 45 degrees out right now. I might give it a little shot of something to get going. I'm gonna try to prime it one more time. She's pretty good. I think it's just cold. I think I have some Go Juice here. So definitely want to look into a grid heater or a block heater on this truck. I'm not sure if you know, glow plug in a can isn't necessarily my favorite thing to do on an old diesel, but sometimes you have to. There we go. Wow. So that's one thing I gotta figure out here is that brake mode. Good brakes. I have parking brake. But yeah, back under there, there's a line that comes in off the top, and then there's this line that comes off the fuel block here. So seems like that is the issue. Now, I don't know if it has had a hairline crack and then all of a sudden, you know, it showed itself because of me pushing the plunger, priming after a fuel bowl change. But I mean, a hairline crack in that, trying to get some, you know, get it to the pump, I would say would be a fuel delivery issue. So just looking here, I'm trying to see if I see anything else that stands out, but I'm not sure where that line on the back goes to. Again, I'm not too familiar with 5.9s. This is my first one, but I know that I'm gonna have to change that pump out. So that'll be the next thing. Okay, so update. Took the truck. I was able to get this plunger down here on the lift pump to stop leaking. So I took the truck to do a topsoil delivery just to see how it would run, because I have not hauled anything in this truck yet. Died on me again. I pulled the pickup screen on the side of the road and it was filthy again. So cleaned that off, made the delivery, brought it back to the yard. So I do have a pretty, like, there is a leak when it's running, and I don't know if it's coming off of there's a line back here coming down to the top. I do think I'm going to replace that lift pump at least, and I'm also going to pull the line off of the top of the inlet line that's coming from the tank. On a quick little test drive